What's going on, guys? So we are in Hilton Head Island, South Carolina right now. We're staying out here in a condo, and we wanted to make a fairly short video for you guys to kind of explain what we're doing right now, why we don't have the RV, where are we going, what in the heck are you actually doing, because you're not staying in your home that you set out on this trip to do. So what is it that you're actually doing? First off, I want to say a big thank you to Scott. Scott, I appreciate you. Scott's a Yak Tribe member, and he is storing our RV for us right now at his house, on his property in Gulfport, Mississippi. So Scott, thank you so much for doing that. It's a huge blessing for us, and I know it's safe with you, so thank you so much. Our RV is in storage. I know we put out a few videos kind of talking about RV prep for putting in storage and solar panels and getting our truck ready for this road trip, but we haven't actually explained what the heck we're doing to you guys. And you know, that's something that we wanted to do, is not only document it for ourselves, but answer some questions along the way. So RV is in storage. So where are you guys staying? We have decided, we've been wanting to go to the Northeast for quite some time. We've been to New York, we've been to Jersey, but we haven't been spent time in Pennsylvania or Maine or Vermont or any of these beautiful places that I see a lot of you guys talking about and places that you guys live. And we really wanted to explore that. And we decided there's no better time than now. Shanna's actually pregnant.
Surprise! We have not said that on here either.
We have not said that on here either, unless you're friends with us on Facebook. She is, 20?
Yep, 20 weeks, so we're halfway through already.
Yep. Have another boy?
Yep, another boy.
Having another boy, which is awesome. And we decided, you know what, we need to do this trip right now, so that we can be back to Florida around April when we're gonna have our baby. So we're gonna have about from January to April to execute this trip. So I'm gonna let Shannon kind of talk about how we're actually living and the logistics of this trip. And yeah, it's kind of confusing if you're not in this world that she's in.
Yeah, so basically we knew we wanted to do this Northeast trip. We kind of planned for about a 3-month time period, which we were kind of going to do from January through end of March. And it kind of got catapulted early because we decided to put the RV in storage before Thanksgiving. So that gave us a whole, another month and a half beforehand that we started this. So basically we won't have anywhere to live. We are going to be working with different tourism boards and hotels and things. If you don't know here, in addition to Pangani Tribe and Yak Tribe, I run a family travel blog, and I work with different tourism departments, hotel chains, vacation rental places, and basically they allow us to stay in exchange for content, pictures, reviews of their area and of what they offer to families. And this is something that we have done for years now. We'll stay at certain hotels and things, but we decided to kind of put these contacts to better use and really show an entire road trip for months at a time, just traveling, staying in different areas.
Yeah, so this is something, like she said, that she's been doing for a long time, and it's not something that we just popped up with and tried to make this happen. These are contacts that she's built over the course of almost 4 years building her business. So we really couldn't do this without the partners that she has and just the affiliations that she's made through her company and through what she's been doing. All right, so let's switch gears for a minute and talk about why we're actually doing this trip. We're not giving up RV life, as we said. Actually, we're gonna resume our RV life, come June, something like that?
Yeah.
Okay, let's talk about why. So the RV life gave us a good grasp on what life is when you're constantly moving, small living, only having what you need with a little bit of excess. It really taught us that, but we want to know, for our family, what is it like without that structure? What is it like you take away the home and the coziness and the RV and all that stuff that we have and strip it down even more and see what it's like when not only are the destinations changing, but what is it like when where you're sleeping is changing all the time. So we have everything we think we need until that time in our truck. So we stripped it down.
Oh yeah.
I mean, we stripped it down. We've got one tub in the back of our truck that has extra clothes we might need for warm weather and cold weather. We have suitcases packed up that has our daily clothes in it, jackets. Like, we really thought and planned about the pieces of clothing we were going to bring in. We have Yak Tribe inventory with us. We have my kayak fishing gear with us. We have everything that we think we need to really make this happen with us in the truck, organized, shoved in a corner somewhere. So that's the reason why we want to do this. We want to kind of see for our family what it's like to be really flexible. We both know, and you guys know, that traditionally, especially in the States, you have that dream home, you find that dream home, you buy that dream home, you make that home base, you don't move, you try and retire there or in a place that you've really thought about for a long time. And we want those things. I mean, she wants an office, I want a man cave, I want a covered area for my RV and my kayak. We eventually want all those things. But what we're trying to ingrain in our family's DNA and our family's lifestyle is flexibility. What is it, what's really holding you back from experiencing places and things and activities in life? Is it a home? Is it just the fact that you're uncomfortable with surroundings changing all the time? Is it that you're not sure what the next home is going to look like or where you're going to put your things? And we've decided to really test that out for our family. What is it like when not only is the destination changing, but the physical place you're laying your head down at night, what is it like when that's always changing, right? And we don't want to do this forever.
No, we won't. I mean, we've said from the beginning, RV life isn't even forever.
Right.
We are just very, we just have an adventurous spirit, and we love to travel, and we love to be new places. This kind of, I think on another more practical note, at least in my head, the way I think of it, there's kind of two reasons why this trip will be easier without an RV as well. One of those being that we're going in the dead of winter, and everyone kind of told us you're crazy, why are you going up there in the winter? Because with an RV, that's just not the most practical. It's not safe for driving. If there's bad snow or ice,
freeze up your water lines, tires, towing, there's so much that goes into it.
Yeah, and trying to stay warm if you're in a snowstorm and you're living in an RV, just a lot of things. So we decided, take all of those conditions away. We can live in cozy places, we can be warm, we can just drive into town. And also the fact that we can kind of really live much differently. We've been living at campgrounds and, parks and RV resorts and things like that. But we're really going to take this time to kind of stay in places that are more downtown life or city life, or places that the RV couldn't get to, or that we wouldn't be able to stay in without.
Right. And you'd be surprised, RV mentality is get out away from everybody. But we run businesses, we have lives, we have kids. We don't want to just boondock. We don't. And we like to be close to we'll get away and we'll go to places where there's no people. But to park the RV for a month, that's not really practical for what we do, because we need Wi-Fi. We work, we still build websites. That's how we make our money, right? So we need those, those things. So bringing an RV, even getting your RV into Colorado, everyone thinks, oh, Colorado, you can just experience, and you can experience the outdoors, and it's awesome. But to bring it down to Denver or some of these smaller Boulder, things like that, places that people want to experience and be, it's hard. It's hard to find.
And we have a relatively big RV.
Yeah, we have a relatively bigger RV, and there's just a lot more going into it when you want hookups and you want power and you want internet. So anyways, besides the point, we wanted to see what it would be like to live in these hotels and these condos, and there's a lot of give and take to it. There's Absolutely. A lot of, you don't have things that you would always have, I don't know, things to wash your dishes with. They're it's really kind of fend for yourself, when you're living in this condo for 3 nights or, but one thing I wanted to touch on was what it's already helping us to do. We waste a lot of food, even living in the RV, and always having to change your destination and where you're staying. Like we went to the grocery store and only bought what we would eat for 3 days. And we're gonna have no excess. We're gonna eat what we got. We're not gonna like go out and eat every day. And these are just some small things that we wanted to like learn. And you know, you might be doing that already, but we're not. So
yeah, it's just a different way of living. And like we said, we want to ingrain these kind of principles into our kids' lives, start them off early with an early age of, like you said, flexibility and the ability to kind of jump into new things.
Right. And as far as the flexibility thing goes, one thing I want to say before we end this video is the reason why a lot of people don't go on more adventures and take more risk, whether it's a job, whether it's a vacation, whether it's an investment, whether it's starting a business, whether it's religion. I don't know what the case is for you, but the reason why people don't make the leaps that their hearts want them to make is because we're afraid of leaving behind what we know we have now in exchange for what we don't know what the heck is down the road. Yeah. And RV life, doing this experiment for our family, is kind of extreme way of getting out of that system that we have, but we feel like it's going to be beneficial for us as entrepreneurs, as a small family, to start working on those principles in our life now. And I've always been one to take risks. You know, we could come back from this trip and absolutely hate hotels and never want to be in a hotel again and all this and I do not want to live in a hotel for the rest of my life or someone else's condo. Do not want to do that. But this is just,
we're gonna miss the RV.
We're gonna miss we already missed the RV. And we want a house one day. And there's so many things that we want. And right now we are just in a position that we can try some of these things out and see how they go for our family. So all that said, guys, that's what we're doing. We're going to the Northeast. We're going to come back to Florida in April, have our baby, stay in Florida for about 2 months to get acclimated as a new family of 5, go to Mississippi, get our RV from Scott, and probably go to Chattanooga, Tennessee. Maybe do some fishing real quick and then go to Chattanooga, Tennessee. But we both, Shan and I and our family, we both wanted to thank you guys for the support that you guys show us, for watching our videos. We don't mean in a financial way, because money is, you know, I don't even know, you know, how you could support it. We never wanted to monetize in that way, to be able to financially gain from people watching our videos or our DIYs or on the road learning how to do it. But the actual support that you guys give us from just being our friends and from like following us and messaging us and, you know, saying a prayer for us to be safe on the road, that support is all we need. Yeah. And we're so thankful that we have that in you guys. So thank you so much for that support, for that love. And we thank you guys for watching this video. And we'll do a follow-up video soon and let you guys know exactly what we're doing. So thank you guys so much.
Thank you. More details to come.